In this video we are going to talk about wine as an investment option. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. For a great many people, contributing means purchasing stocks, securities, and assets. In any case, you may likewise have the option to make money on a decent container of Cabernet or Sauvignon Blanc, in the event that you know how to pick them. Here's beginning and end. You really want to be aware to put resources into wine, regardless of whether you have a wine basement yet. Is wine a good investment? Like some other elective venture, purchasing wine can furnish your portfolio with a phenomenal wellspring of broadening. Stocks and securities go through recognizable patterns of win and fail. However, collectibles like fine wine convey venture gets back with next to zero relationship to conventional resources. They might try and be adversely connected with the financial exchange. You've presumably heard the specialists over and over pressure the significance of broadening. Wine offers a special wellspring of expansion on the grounds that its worth depends on factors that have little connection to the exhibition of the economy, financing costs, corporate income, or traditional financial backer opinion. The worth of wine answers factors, for example, weather conditions, collect yields, rare and purchaser drifts, all of which together meet with market interest. Since these elements are irrelevant to the general financial exchange. Wine versus stock, which is a better investment? Similar as the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 is the benchmark file for U.S. stock execution. The London International Vintners Exchange, normally known as the LIVX, is the benchmark for the fine wine market. The LIVX Fine Wine 100 has ascended by 270.7% over the 20 years, traversing July 2001 to July 2021. Beating the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 by 8 rate focuses over a similar period. However, just when you consider the file's presentation without profits reinvested. At the point when profits were reinvested, the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 outflanked LIVX by 60% over a similar period. Sotheby's Wine Index has reliably beat the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 beginning around 2005. With execution merging just momentarily in 2021. In the meantime, the Sotheby's Burgundy market has altogether beat the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 starting around 2007. While the Sotheby's Bordeaux market record outflanked the S&P wink with tongue sticking out 500 from 2005 to 2019. To put it plainly, wine can be an exceptionally rewarding venture. In any case, a significant purchaser, be careful. You ought to remember that files like LIVX and Sotheby's track tens. On the off chance that not hundreds of wines, and any singular wine in the record, may not precisely repeat the presentation of the actual list. This implies that very much like you pick different stocks to expand a venture portfolio, you'll need to purchase various individual wines to try not to put an excessive amount of weight on the presentation of one of a kind or maker. You'll likewise be focusing on contribute grade wine instead of the more affordable jugs you could purchase from your nearby wine shop. While picking wines as a speculation, Alfonso de Gaetano, pioneer behind Curated, and as of late sent-off participation-based wine local area, expresses, nature of the item is vital. Quality likewise ensures lifespan, and this is key in light of the fact that the proprietor of the jug can be agreeable that there is no time strain in the event that they choose not to partake in an extraordinary container, however, to sell it. Extraordinariness is likewise a vital component of the situation. Instructions to evaluate investment-grade wine. Many variables impact a wine's capability to see the value in esteem. Some are essential while others are more market-driven and connected with market interest. Regardless of the grape plantation or nickname, there are various variables that impact the venture capability of each and every wine. Follow these straightforward moves toward ensure you're purchasing venture-grade wine. Focus on vintage. Rare is the year wherein grapes are gathered and wine is created in a specific district. The nature of a reap differs from one year to another, with weather conditions fundamentally affecting the grapes. A very much educated financial backer ought to know about the vintages that yield the best creation of the wine viable. Analyze scarcity and price history. Wine shortage drives up the worth of the vintages you put resources into. Take Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, for instance. This grape plantation is known for a portion of the world's most sought-after Burgundy. Yet in view of its little size, delivers something like 450 cases yearly. In any case, when makers are positioned by the worth of total deals, DRC tops the rundown. In the meantime, a wine's cost history exhibits the pattern in esteem, with investable wines showing a consistent movement upwards. Remember the wine critics. The suggestions of wine pundits are viewed extremely in a serious way. And pundit evaluations can unequivocally affect a wine's capability to appreciate. Robert Parker, James Suckling, and Jancis Robinson are among the most persuasive wine pundits. So make certain to evaluate their distributed assessments on wines you're thinking about. Wine is a very complicated resource, and it takes information and planning to turn into an effective financial backer. It's basic to teach yourself about the market, characterize your preferences, and the style of wine that intrigues you, as well as your yearnings, time skyline, and return goals. Richie underscores. Benefits of investing in wine. For the majority wine financial backers, placing cash into this resource class comes from a well-established revenue in wine. The best joy of putting resources into wine can be having the wine in their control. Most who don't joke around about putting resources into wine will generally be at the high total assets end of the range, says Kimberly Foss, leader of Empyrean Wealth Management. They're energetic about wine and they've carved out opportunity to teach themselves completely in the better marks of the resources, and are probably going to realize what is a wise venture. The joy in the speculation is really having the wine in their control. Yet, in any event, for the non-enophile, an interest in fine wine enjoys a few convincing benefits. For example, portfolio broadening with low or no connection with conventional resource classes. Wine encounters lower market instability. Fine wine can assist you with overseeing portfolio risk. Wine can give improved potential to returns. Putting resources into wine might save esteem during market compressions or downturns. Step-by-step instructions to buy wine as an investment. Wine is sold both in the essential and auxiliary market. In the essential market, wine ordinarily moves from maker to buyer through discount merchants who offer the wine to retailers. The auxiliary market is where most gatherers and financial backers buy wine. In this market, authorities, enophiles, and financial backers sell wine through closeout houses, trades, and wine representatives. Purchase wine at auctions. As the most dependable and reliable hotspot for fine wine in the optional market, sell-off houses offer a wide determination of makers and vintages. The top sale houses have renowned notorieties to keep up with, and they sell wines of simply the greatest. Sales might be held in habit sell-off houses, and bidders can go to the bartering face-to-face or offer on the web or by telephone. The top closeout houses incorporate Sotheby's, Christie's, Acker Merrill and Condit and Zacky's. Purchase wine at online auctions. Certain exceptionally trustworthy houses have some expertise in web-based barters, which are turning out to be progressively well known. By directing closeouts on the web, these organizations can draw in a wide crowd and increment the quantity of purchasers and vendors taking part. They can likewise offer a lot more prominent assortment regarding type, cost, and amount. Furthermore, gatherers and financial backers can take an interest all the more helpfully when geographic area is definitely not a restricting component. Purchase using a wine exchange. Wine trades unite purchasers and merchants similar as a stock trade does. Purchasers and vendors can work out an agreement and pay a commission to the trade. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.